This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of AI, the Somnium Files. In the last episode, we dealt with some Yakuza thugs, but now we're up to the top. We're dealing with politicians now. Not much of a step over Yakuza, depending on where you live, but in the case, there's definitely a different power struggle there. So let's talk to this politician and see what his ties into our case are. Seems like he knew the New Shoko originally, but because of the way he responded to the call. But let's look around first. There's an arch-shaped bridge over the pond. The stone, a god's stone. What is inside the stone, but in our minds?
Have a look. A kappa.
He is a wealthy, powerful man. It is not surprising that he owns a pet kappa.
Really? Really?
Give me cucumbers. I feel like I heard a strange voice. I think I'll cut myself out saying it, but I actually did say the line because I thought maybe it wasn't a voiced line at that point. A pond. Kappas aren't real. Although, depending on the story of the kappa you've read, they definitely want to steal your butt ball or whatever it's called. Japanese mythology is weird. A tree. Then again, I guess you could say that about any culture. Yeah, they probably think some of our mythologies are weird. Although most of our mythologies are taken from, well, there's a few mythologies of America, like Paul Bunyan and Pecos Bill and stuff like that. But most of them are taken from native culture from around this country. Island. There's a small island in the center of the pond. Yeah, how nice. How a topiary. I don't even know the lady. That's a big kabosu. No, wait, that's a bush. It's a nice bush. That's my bush. Not a kabosu. Well, sometimes we can't get everything we want in life. Ooh, lantern.
Look, Date, your favorite cabaret girl is here.
That's just a lantern. Reika isn't that sturdy.
Does that mean she's like very thin, or a garden lantern? I'm not sure. I don't really get the joke there. I'll admit I won't get all the jokes. I am not the funniest person alive, though I wish I was. Looks like we might have seen most of the major stuff. This place is pretty open for the most part. The Seijima residence. They even call it a mansion. Shouldn't politicians not have more, you know, they're supposed to be representatives of people. They're not supposed to be better off than the people, if you know what I mean. Then again, depending on which country, like, the idea was to be a politician was to go from a private citizen to a public servant for a period of time as your duty to help run the country. But now it's just become a career path, just like anything else. It's one of the weirdest things. I'm not a big fan of career politicians, let me tell you. But anyway, the bodyguard. The bodyguard. I can't tell these guys apart, so let's just call him A. And I assume the other guy is, well, let's say B if I look at him, a bodyguard, because I can't tell the guys apart. This one will be B. Yep, kind of look like the hitman from Agent 47. I had to think of what his code name was there for a second. What's your name, A?
What's your name?
He didn't say a word. Kind of reminds me of guards at Buckingham Palace. Got a girlfriend?
Got a girlfriend? Didn't think so. Sorry, bud.
I'm married.
This guy's domestic.
His normalcy must be punished by death.
He's married? Oh God, what's wrong with you? No. He's probably maybe he's one of the lucky few. Like, don't they say, well, in my country, it's like almost, I forgot what the actual percentage was, but it was like more than 50% of couples end up in divorce. Now, I don't know all the details, because obviously when it comes to polls and certain surveys, they never talk to every single individual, so take polls with a grain of salt until you've looked at the information yourself. But the gist is that couples don't stay around for very long. So, what's your blood type?
What's your blood type? Okay, I'll guess. You're, B. Definitely a B.
You're being rude.
I knew it. That attitude is so B of you.
B, 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 B. A is standing there, not doing nothing. Wait, what was it? I saw something there. Oh, no. I guess it was so. 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 Your boss is a liar, you know.
Your boss is a liar, you know.
Aren't all politicians?
That's surprisingly honest.
Ah, the truth hurts. How much do you get paid?
Hey, how much do you get paid?
What?
I'm talking about cash, my friend.
I rubbed my thumb against my pointed finger in a circle.
Probably double what you make.
Really? Iba, bring up a job search website.
On it.
Well, looks like I'm in the wrong gig, apparently. Why are you wearing sunglasses at night? Are you like Jack
Don't those
Nicholson?
sunglasses make it hard to see?
I made a face at him. No reaction. I guess you really can't see well in those. B is standing there. Alright, let's talk to the politician himself. Oh, we can thermal look at him too. Let's
Date,
look.
perhaps there's something you should be using.
Oh, that.
Oh, well. Let's just keep looking. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. It's not gonna... I thought there'd be something else. Alright. Gotta pull up the liar vision or whatever. The liar vision. The liar and liars that lie the lie. Oh, you can't. Okay. Wouldn't let me look at the guards. Alright.
So much blood. Where's all this red coming from?
It's a thermograph.
Yeah, I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he's lying. How do I get him to admit it?
So what will make So confess he killed Shoko? Wait, we know he killed Shoko? I mean, he might be part of the crime or something like that. Maybe he's one of those that called for her to be killed, but oh right, I forgot. We had to actually talk to him to figure that out, not actually look around. I don't know why. Call him, threaten him with your gun, peel off his nails, bro. Let's peel off his nails.
I should get some pliers and take his nails off.
I thought that wasn't your style.
Oh, well, how about we threaten him?
Maybe I'll pull out my gun.
That would result in heavy disciplinary action.
What? But guns make everything right. Isn't that how it's supposed to work? Like courage and everything? Oh, yeah, let's bribe him.
I'll give you 1 million yen for the truth.
Only 1 million.
Only?
That's the kind of world he lives in.
The 1%. I hate them. No. I am not a fan, but not because of the obvious, like, oh, they got more money and all this other stuff. It's a bit more nuanced than that, but I think I've talked about that before, so we'll just go on. Call him.
Iba, call his phone again. Using Shoko's line.
Understood.
You're not gonna pick it up? It's from Shoko. I had her give you a call.
What?
It'll stop ringing soon. 3, 2, 1. See?
Fine. I did call her. Around 9 o'clock, just like you said.
Finally confessing?
There's nothing to confess. I did nothing wrong.
Then why did you lie to me?
Because I didn't want to get involved in all of this nonsense. You mean to tell me that I am a suspect? My call was after Shoko died. If I were the killer, why would I do that?
I don't know. But I'm asking the questions.
Do you have a warrant? I thought not. I'll be leaving now. Good night, Detective.
So he went back. So went back inside his mansion. I tried to follow, but So's bodyguards blocked my path.
Go home. Unless you want to get kicked out.
I don't like getting my posterior kicked. That's for sure. So's bodyguard is in my way. About So's alibi.
Do you know where So was Friday at 5 p.m.?
Here, in the mansion.
Can anyone corroborate that?
Maybe the housekeeper.
Oh, well, I'm surprised the bodyguards are being telling us a lot of stuff. Well, a lot, but you know what I mean. So does So a burner phone?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not everyone knows what that is. Not everyone watched Burn Notice. Well, the The show wasn't bad, but I only watched it because Bruce Campbell is in it. That's really the only reason I watched it. What's the relationship between So and Shoko?
I don't know. Even if I did, it would be confidential.
Confidential. How about number 2? It's Bodyguard 1 and Thing 2. Thing 1 and Thing 2. They can do anything, anything, anything under the sun. Oh, wait, that was wrong cartoon. Do you know Shoko Nadami?
I've heard of her, but I've never met her. I saw her on the news.
Saw her on the news. Anything suspicious about So lately?
No, nothing special. Not any different from any other politician, anyway.
Date, a minute.
What happened?
So is on the move. Most likely in a car.
How do you know?
I hacked So's smartphone and I'm currently tracking the GPS. Not his rental phone, the one registered under his name.
Where's he headed?
Unknown. Somewhere to the east.
Dot, dot, dot.
Keep tracking him.
Roger that.
Oh, I didn't even get to ask him about the UFO. No! Oh, well. I didn't expect the game to immediately go into the next section. Harbor Warehouse District, Sunday, 8:51 p.m. What's he doing here?
What was So doing here?
Date, my apologies.
What's wrong?
My battery is low.
Are you serious?
Dot, dot, dot. I guess it's not going to be a problem. I can still see it on my right eye. Oh, so she can't help us. Well, at least her battery life's better than most modern phones. I swear to my newest phone, I swear to charge it at the end of the day. My old phone used to, and I only use my phone for like very basic stuff, which probably means I probably would have to charge it more if I actually used it for video searching. But like my old phone, like I could wait a week before I had to charge that thing, you know? Anyway, I can still see it on my right eye. My vision's halved. My vision halved and I went into the warehouse. I like the fact you can even tell that his eyes, like before it'd be like yellow if Aiba was active, but now she's off or recharging. His eyes like pasty white. Shelves with boxes. The shelves are packed with cardboard boxes and peanuts. Oil drum. An oil can. I mean drum. Alright. Well, we know the obvious thing. What's under the cloth? But we're going to look around. A forklift. Yes. Overhead crane. The hook is hanging from the ceiling crane. If only we knew what that crane would do. Forklift B. A forklift. The beta one. Oh no. Beta. Ice cutting machine. Ice cutting machine. Sells CB and A. There's not a lot here. Is this warehouse not in use? I mean, it doesn't seem like there's much here. I wonder why he's renting this place out. Well, I assume, although if he was smart, he wouldn't have put it under his name. But a wooden box on the shelf. Cardboard box. There's a cardboard box on the floor. I guess that's it. Alright, time to look at the obvious. Underneath the... oh, well, not quite yet. Workbench. Something covered with a white cloth is on the table. Oh, it didn't let me look at the white cloth, but yeah. Probably the same result either way.
It can't be. Iris. Iba, what's your charge?
Currently at 2%.
Can you make a call?
I can. I am connected to the power supply. What do you...
Hurry. Just connect me to boss.
Date, what's wrong?
I found a body.
What?
She was murdered. Multiple stab wounds to the back. And one eye missing.
Oh no.
Location is Akira Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. The victim is Iris Sagan.
Iris?
I'll tell you more later. Just send CSI to the scene right away. And one more thing. Congressman So Sejima. Bring him to Abyss.
Wait a minute, why?
I'll take responsibility for everything. Just do it, please.
All right. ...
Because sometime real soon, I'm going to die.
God damn it!
Police headquarters, Sunday, 9:48 p.m.
Do you honestly think you can get away with this?
Funny, I was gonna ask you the same thing.
Date, calm down.
You know Iris Sagan, don't you?
No, I don't. I've never heard of her.
Maybe he's lying, maybe he's not. But even if he doesn't know her name... Oh, we have to put clues. So even though So doesn't know Iris... I wonder if, because we didn't see that, at least as far as I'm aware of, if you go the other path, we don't see that body with stab wounds. So I wonder if she still dies, but is it in the same way? It's kind of interesting. I'll have to, whenever this game's over, or how far you can go on this path, I'll have to go the other path if I'm interested enough. So far the game's better than some of the other games I've played, but on the same line. But we'll have to see how the game goes. But I do feel a little bad calling her the bitch word earlier in the game. I was emotional. No, I was just I was kind of making fun of the tropes that kind of go along with that thing. And I kind of had an idea, even when we first knew her, I knew something was going to happen to her. I wasn't sure if it was going to be death or not, because that was before we saw the scene with her body and everything like that. So I was like wondering if she'll either get kidnapped or hurt or whatever. But in this case, the extreme happened, at least on this path. So anyway, let's capture this, or let's get this guy to confess that he's the killer. All right, what do we got? So even though So doesn't Iris is... Oh, we can just... I guess we just show him this stuff.
Frozen in the warehouse. Her right eye was removed, and she suffered multiple stab wounds to her back. There were no other visible wounds on her body, so the stab wounds were likely the cause of death. From the size and shape of the marks, the murder weapon is almost definitely a knife, possibly a kitchen knife.
The thing we got to figure out here is motive. Like, why would he do this? Like, I mean, yeah, clearly he owns the warehouse, or he bids the warehouse, so clearly he's in on it, whether he did or not. So really the purpose is, like, what is his tie to her and motive, really? Because it seems kind of silly. With Shoko, actually, we don't even know, like, what his ties with Shoko, like, why would he kill her? And he took a different eye, if it was him. I always feel like it's not him, it's someone who works for him or knows him. But I could be wrong. Well, I mean, let's just look at the evidence first. So, Iris' time of death.
Thinking about how Iris' body was frozen when I discovered it. It must have taken at least 18 hours for the body to freeze to that state. I entered the warehouse at 9 p.m. 18 hours prior to that was 3 a.m. Iris was last seen alive around 2 a.m. She She was live streaming, so there's no doubt about the time. Meaning Iris must have been murdered between 2 and 3 in the morning.
Iris, where Iris was found.
Iris's body was discovered at Okura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse in the warehouse district by the harbor.
Okura Fishery?
That caught my eye too, but we'll get to that later. The actual murder site is unknown. The lack of blood at the scene makes it highly likely that she was killed somewhere else.
Interesting. What about the 2 a.m. visitor?
Iris was live streaming until 2 a.m. today. Someone visited her and interrupted the stream. I hadn't been in contact with her for a while. Whoever visited her this morning almost certainly has something to do with the murder.
Well, obviously, if someone she either knew or was aware of the situation, she's like, oh, I gotta go. So I wonder if it was questions about, like, either a job opportunity or something like that. It's hard to say, but anyway.
This is the image stored in the Persons of Interest database.
Although I'm kind of surprised, at least on this path, that Iris dies so quickly. I thought they'd do the typical trope in a game where they got to know each other for a bit longer, but I guess the whole go into the crime scene, I guess, was just enough. So I don't know, but nice call in the game to do something like that. And definitely didn't. It was expected, but not in that case. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Anyway, so leaving the warehouse.
I saw So walking out of the cold storage warehouse where the corpse was discovered. Iba recorded the whole thing.
Just before my battery ran out.
Good girl. No. I guess we just show him everything, right? It's not like we have a minimum, or we can only show him so many things. We're in an interrogation situation, so let's just go down the list. Oh, that information. I guess the leaving the warehouse is the only thing, so let's see what he says about anything else. No, it's not that. This isn't it. He doesn't know her name, maybe her face. Oh, we can show him the picture, I guess. But yeah, leaving the... I put a picture of Iris in front of me, but leaving the scene of the crime is pretty much, like, maybe not guilty, but he's, like, colluding with the actual killer. So that's just as bad, you know? Anyway. I put a picture of Iris in front of So.
So you've never met her before?
I have not.
Have you seen her corpse?
Corpse?
I know you've seen her body.
Based on what?
Which is based off him leaving the warehouse, so... That's also important, but there's something else. Oh. I didn't mean to click that. That's irrelevant. Oh, this game doesn't really give you a or whatever. It's just like, yeah, just wait till you get the right one. So I assume it's where she was found, but I know I saw some come out of there. So, yeah, that's the obvious answer. I was just seeing. There's really not enough unique dialogue to.
Found in Okura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse.
But the dialogue isn't unique enough for me to keep doing that, so I'm just gonna try to do the right answers the first time. So.
What does that have to do with anything?
I stood up and went to the corner of the room. I picked up the PC monitor and put it on the desk in front of him.
This. Iba, play the video.
Right away.
I see. Then I suppose you know I was there.
Then you saw the body.
I didn't. I was at the warehouse. But I didn't see any corpses there.
Don't lie to me!
It's the truth.
Then what were you doing there?
I choose to remain silent.
You what?
Remain silent. As is my right, guaranteed by law. Remember that I am a politician. I know my rights.
Date, can I get a second?
What?
Does it matter if he saw the body or not in this case? He's a busy man. If we hold him here too long...
You want me to stop beating around the bush?
I certainly do. You believe that So Sajima is her killer. Or is at the very least involved in the crime somehow.
Yeah.
Why not ask him for his alibi first?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously gotta know, but I didn't think in Japanese Japanese law and police, I didn't think they have the right to remain silent. I thought that was like American and maybe like Europe, like a lot of European nations. Maybe it's just overall been adopted at some point, but or that could be the translation, and he's just doing something similar to that in Japanese when it comes to Japanese like police force and citizen rights and stuff like that. The only problem with pleading the fifth and not talking is that you've basically given out the right to defend yourself. So if all this stuff happens, well, it depends on when it is and what court case or whatever, but if you plead the fifth and then they get all this evidence, you can't really then speak up afterwards because you basically gave up your right to, well, maybe I'm not describing this as well as I should, but you're basically just leaving it up to everything else, so you're being quiet, but then all this stuff occurs, and then you can't, it's like, well, you were quiet the whole time, what can you do, you know? Well, anyway, I'm not explaining it very well, so let's see. I guess in this case, since there's no wrong answer, so.
Iris was killed sometime between 2 and 3 in the morning. Do you have an alibi for that time?
I was playing Mahjong all night at a place called Dora Dora in Shinjuku.
Politician spending all night in a mahjong parlor.
An exclusive Mahjong parlor, yes.
If it's mahjong, you should have had 3 opponents with you.
Indeed I did. But they were all strangers. I don't remember their names.
Date, I did some research. Dora Dora is a private room mahjong parlor. It is owned and operated by one individual.
If the rooms are private, that limits the number of potential witnesses. The shopkeeper might be in So's pocket. He's the only one we could ask about So's alibi. Especially if he doesn't remember any of the 3 people he played against.
He might as well not have an alibi.
That's not much of an alibi, So.
Please, this is ridiculous. First you suspect me in the matter of Shoko Nadami, and now this? I haven't killed anyone. Not Shoko, not Iris. Besides, if I stabbed a woman, why would I bring her to a cold storage warehouse?
Wait. What did you say?
So it didn't respond. I thought we were pleading the fifth, dude. But I remembered. Or, sorry, Japan didn't have to plead the fifth, but he slipped up. Yeah, he spoke. If I stabbed a woman, So does know about the corpse. That also throws me off because his name is So. Because the autopsy report?
I never mentioned Iris's cause of death. How do you know she was stabbed?
Because
you did it?
don't be stupid.
Then how do you know? Stop dodging the question and answer. Boss, give me permission to sync. He can't hide inside his own head.
You've got it. Sync with him.
That was hot. When the boss says sync with him. Oh yeah.
I put So into chemically induced. But do not worry. It will not affect the sync.
Okay, Dante. Let's do it.
Right.
Please, don't forget the 6-minute time limit.
You say it every time.
Let us begin.
Did you witness my superior driving technique?
Yeah, I saw you get in an accident.
No! I only pressed the wrong pedal!
That's what you call an accident.
Oh, look at that.
Don't change the subject.
Observe the surroundings.
Huh. In a word, I'd say it's strange. Maybe this is So's corrupt nature manifesting itself.
The man's Somnium is almost as corrupt as he is. I am impressed. Never mind.
Yeah, this is a real bad dream. Let's get the clues we need and get the hell out of here.
It's Iris. What on earth is she doing here?
Iris! We can't go any closer?
We cannot.
That silhouette we saw.
This is So's Somnium. During a sync, we experience the subject's dreams from a third-person perspective. In other words...
It has to be him.
I cannot say for certain, but probably.
What's going on?
It appears that time is looping in this warped space.
Time is looping? Can't you do something about that?
What exactly do you propose I do?
You're telling me I have to watch this scene over and over?
I don't want to watch it either.
Well then...
I suppose we can help her. We may then be able to ask this manifestation of Iris some questions.
Huh? Sure, do whatever you gotta do.
Yes, we have to save Iris, no matter what.
Yeah. But to do that, we gotta do something about that huge wooden box.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Sinking in the villain. Help Iris escape. If Iris escapes, you might discover So's secret. So I guess he did kill her. It'll be interesting to find out what his actual motivations. I wonder if she just stumbled upon, like, some information about him that he did to something else, and he killed her on the way. I don't know. I feel like we're skipping some steps here in the mystery or the murder mystery or whatever. But then again, I guess not all murder mysteries have to play out the same. Otherwise, that'd be boring, right? Usually there's some things you kind of go on, but anyway, it looks like Iris has been murdered, and so is the prime suspect. So we've forced ourselves into his brain. Though I'm not sure how we're able to do that. I guess we just do it, and hopefully, if he's guilty, we'll get off the hook. Because shouldn't he have consented to that, or did we have probable cause? I guess there must be weird rules and laws when it comes to this stuff in the future. I don't know, but anyway. Did the man do it? Will we be able to save Iris's pseudo-self because we couldn't do it in real life? Find out next time in the next episode of AI, the Somnium Files. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.